Hello and welcome to the Let's Get Real podcast. My name's Ned, and this is... Nellie. Where'd you go, Nellie? Okay, well, my name's Ned, and I'm not sure where Nellie is, but maybe we'll catch her later. So this week's topic is about potential. And this is something that I've looked at a few times over the years. I remember way back when I wrote my first book, Be Love, a book about awakening, I wrote about potential as sort of in a different way. So when I see potential, I see something that's beyond a goal. It's beyond any finish line or quitting point. So in my book, Be Love, I said a goal is the minimal we can achieve, and our potential lives far beyond any finish line or quitting point. And I think sometimes we sell ourselves short on what we're capable of. And my writing is like a perfect example of that. I never dreamed that I'd even write one book, but currently I have 8 different titles on Amazon, and it blows my mind. I didn't realize the potential that I had to do the things that I want to. So I had a thought come to me the other day. I was driving down the road, and quite often the inspirational quotes that I write, I don't try to think of them. More often than not, those quotes just sort of come up in me. And because a lot of the times if I'm driving or I have idle time, I'm not really thinking. I constantly try to set my thoughts down and not think about things. And in that silence, quite often, little gems arise. And that's where the topic of today's discussion arose. Well, I was driving, and suddenly I realized that this quote came to mind, and it was, "Our dreams never give up on us. It is us that gives up on our dreams." And I sat there and I pondered that for a minute, and I thought, yeah, that says a lot about potential. So that was how and why I chose the topic of potential this week. And hopefully we hear from old Nellie here. I'm not sure where Lisa is, but hopefully she chimes in later. So when we run out of steam for something that we want to manifest or realize in our life, or a goal that we're working towards, I always see it as it's not a time to quit. It's more of a time to just rest. Take a pause. And quite often people think if we set down a goal or a dream, that the golden dream is gone. It's no longer there, or we run out of patience for ourselves to manifest these things into our lives. So I would encourage you, if you ever feel like you have this big goal or a dream that you want to work toward, don't hesitate to set it down. And setting it down doesn't mean that you've give up on it. It doesn't mean that you've quit. It just means that you're taking a pause. You're taking a break. Your potential still exists, probably thousands of yards past that goal that you have in mind anyways. And I've watched how this has been the case for me throughout my life. Quite often I would go so far if I was working towards something, and when I got frustrated, or when my expectations that I should be at my goal by now came, if those rose up in me, I would just suddenly quit. I'd give up. And that's the thing. As soon as we mentally give up on something, then the energy to do it sort of falls away in that give up. So what I've noticed now is that I steadily, if I have a big goal in mind, I hope to be, a traditionally published author someday, and to have an audience to listen to or to read my books and maybe take in some of the content and the things that I've learned. But that goal may be years away. So instead of trying to always feel like I've reached the goal by getting to the end, I celebrate the little rewards. And it's so easy to lose sight of all the goodness that surrounds us when we're only focused on something down the road. So I think that brings me to my next point, is that if you want to manifest your dreams, if you want to really fulfill your purpose in life, and I think the way to do that is that we stay more present. We stay present with what's happening in our life currently. And we keep our eyes open. When we see that we've crossed a threshold and we've made some progress in our journey, it's a time to celebrate yourself. Yeah, it's a good time to give yourself a pat on the back. Job well done. Just because you haven't got to the end of the goal doesn't mean that you haven't succeeded. So I see all these little mini steps in my journey as milestones, and they're showing me to just get up, show up, and don't give up. And I think that's one of the most important things. If you want to reach into your potential, we constantly have to get up, show up, and never give up. Because a lot of the times we're way stronger than we think. We have a lot more juice than we think. It's just that there will be periods when we need to rest. And I've watched some of my musician friends who are tackling a mountain, much like I am with my publishing journey. They're musicians to get noticed in the industry. It takes a tremendous amount of work. It takes a tremendous amount of dedication. And above that, it takes a lot of devotion. And that's the third point that I wanted to mention today. If you want to really maximize your potential, I think it's important that we become very devoted. And so to me, devotion is a lot different than dedication. So dedication is great. It will, keep you going for a certain amount of time. And dedication may get you to the end of the goal or thing that you want to achieve to realize some of your potential. But devotion, where it's different, it includes love. So devotion has everything that dedication has, but it includes love into the process. And I think that's a point that I was missing for so many years. I'd have this goal or thing that I wanted to achieve, and my only focus, like I said before, was the end. I wasn't loving each step. I wasn't pouring as much love as I could into each step. So I think that's what really maximizes our ability to reach our highest potentials, is that if you feel something is purposeful for you and you want to do this thing, no matter how big the goal is, do it with love. Just find a way to love each step of the way. It doesn't matter if you're at the beginning. Love the process. Love the journey of searching out and researching and gathering all the information. Or it doesn't matter if you've been toiling for 20 years on the same project. Just keep showing up and inserting love into the process. Well, I think I better get going. I'm not sure where Lisa, my Nellie, is gone, but maybe we'll track her down. Well, guys, I found Nellie. Here she is. Nellie, how you doing? Say hi to everyone. Oh, you are saying hi. So, you're looking a little stiff today, Nellie. What about after the episode? I got some anti-rust scented massage oil. Maybe I'll give you a little rub down after the show. You don't have to do anything for me. I'll just take care of you. Well, what did you think of the show, Nellie? Did you enjoy it? What part did you like? Gosh, Nellie, you're really quiet today. I kind of wish you had talked to me. Anyways, I hope everyone else is having a good time. Peace out. So you didn't have a favorite part of today's episode? What's up, Nelly? Didn't you like the show? Gosh, I was really hoping you'd like this one. Oh well, maybe next week.